Hi everyone, it's Adroit Mindset and I'm back again with another video. So this video I'll be taking a slightly different approach. I'm not going to be talking about montages or gameplay in this video. I'm going to be talking about a new setting which has been added by Respawn, and it's actually the controller settings. So if you just go on ahead and click the menu option, I'm just going to hold my menu button, and if you just bring up the settings option, and the main setting that I wanted to talk about is that right at the bottom, if you scroll to the bottom of the list under the controller tab, is advanced look controls. So if you click on this, and then you should have an option of custom look controls which is set as off, but if you go on ahead and click the on button, you have a whole host of different other settings which I personally think is really good, a good addition to Apex Legends. And as for Deadzone, I'm just going to get straight into it. As for Deadzone, this is essentially how much pressure you need to apply to the stick to make the reticule move. So personally, you should have this. So the normal settings around there, I have personally set it 3 below that, as I feel like this just works for me best. If you have it higher, it's just that more pressure will need to be applied to your stick. So technically, lower settings means that movement is more responsive. As for outer threshold, I've put this on the lower settings because the boundary of the max stick input, you want that to be the lowest setting. And response curve is actually an interesting one because it's essentially the sensitivity of the stick across its range of input, as it says. I've actually set this higher than what it normally is because I feel like my shots are a lot better, and this is just personal preference. Personally, some people might have it lower as they may feel it works for them best, but I've set it slightly higher, so about 4 or 5 bars higher. Target compensation I've just kept the same, and as you can see it says disabling this is not recommended, so I've just also gone with what the game has recommended. So onto your speed, this is essentially how quickly the view turns left or right. So mine's it's not insanely fast, but I feel like it's fast enough to make quick movements, and in Apex Legends I feel like if you're getting third party especially, is very, very useful. So back to the settings, I've just put that up about 3 or 4 bars. Pitch speed actually you can keep the same. I don't know why my setting was higher up, but personally I don't feel like, you could probably put it at 1 or 2 notches, but I don't feel like there's much difference because it's very rare that you'll be looking higher up to you, or you'll need to look up very quickly. As for turning extra yaw, this is how quickly the view turns left right. So it's essentially if you put full pressure on your right stick to the right, how quickly you make that turn. So you want this as the highest setting, so when I push my right stick all the way to the right, it'll be a quicker movement, and the same goes for the left side as well. Turning extra pitch, I put this at the lowest setting. Turning ramp time also at the lowest setting, and turning ramp up delay also at the lowest setting, because I don't want delay between the extra yaw pitch, any weight between that time, sorry. So onto the aim down sights options, there's again 6 options for this as well. So ADS yaw speed is essentially when you aim down sights, how quickly you move left and right. It's basically just that pretty much. Personally, you don't want this to be too high because if someone's running that way, you don't want to track them and then be shooting ahead of them. You want to track them accurately like that. So just following the movements. I feel like the option that works for me is just slightly above what's recommended. The ADS pitch speed, again, you can set just in and around the option that's already given. ADS turning extra yaw, so this is essentially when you're aiming in and then you put full pressure to the right stick like that, or put full pressure to the left stick. It's essentially how quick you're turning when full pressure is applied. So the setting that I have for that is again higher than what's recommended. And then ADS turning extra pitch is, I've just kept it the same. ADS turning ramp up time, I don't know why that's on the highest setting. I think I'd probably just kept it how it was. ADS turning ramp up delay I put to the lowest setting because I don't want any delay when I'm applying that full pressure. So these settings will just what I have at the current moment. It's early days. The Battle Pass just came out yesterday, and the patch notes have been released, and I will drop a link in the description below. But personally, over time, these settings might change for me, and it's very much based on personal preference. But the way I play is fairly aggressive and quick paced, and I feel like if you have the settings that I have or very similar, I get third partied a lot, and just like people probably coming from there. So if you can quickly pop off a few shots, quickly turn, and then if there's a team around there, you can get a few shots off, get cover. It's quick. It just feels very smooth, and it doesn't feel clunky. It just feels very good for me at the current moment, and it's working for me very well. So I'm just gonna put the settings up again. On a whole, I feel like the addition of these settings is very, very useful, and other games such as Fortnite have included Deadzone, but these settings feel a lot more in-depth, as they allow you to you can just tell there's a lot more settings, and overall it just feels like a customizable play for players, which I feel is really good. So I feel like this is a very good addition from Respawn. So that wraps up my video. There'll be a lot more videos coming out in the next few weeks and months to come, and I'm currently working on my second montage, so don't forget to watch that. So I'll see you in the next video.